Probably the most depressing main event I've seen in a minute.
This is how the main event went.
Listen, man, like that was extremely annoying. Like, you see, it's crazy how dangerous Kevin Holland is on the feet. Like every time he stands up, but yet he's missing such a big aspect of his game. Like he basically is missing the centerpiece of martial arts. Like he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, and he's a fucking black belt in kung fu. So he has amazing striking, but he's missing that fucking shit that bridges them together,
That
which is
core, yeah.
wrestling. It almost makes you think, how the fuck did he even like get to this point? As convincingly. No, for real. It makes you think, how did he get to this point as convincingly as he got to this point? You know, so he's beat like legit people, and like this, like watching these last two fights almost makes you think like, what the fuck? Like he came in short notice against Thiago Santos, short notice, like 7 days or whatever it was.
But now,
Man,
let's not forget, Bronson is an incredible wrestler, and Vettori also took down Israel Adesanya. So these aren't bums just like taking him down. These are really pretty good wrestlers. But overall, yeah, I agree, man.
I'll say this. One of the technical errors that I feel like he needs to fix as a striker is he lingers. Like after he fully extends, he lingers there for a second. Like he's not in and out like like he should be. So I think that's a major flaw, especially against wrestlers. So I don't know, man. I think another error, and I think another glaring error he made in the fight in general was he wasn't really like pushing like what's his name, his hips with his feet. He wasn't pushing Vettori's hips with his feet to try to create some distance. Like he was just content to play that jiu-jitsu game while what's his name, while Vettori was in his guard. And unfortunately, I got so pissed off that I stopped watching the fight after the second round.
So I would say I would disagree with you. That's a hole in this game. I think he understands that. I just think he hasn't had enough time to realize it, because the lingering aspect of the striking you're talking about, it works phenomenally against people that is not, just the fear of a takedown is not there, which obviously hasn't been apparently in his entire career, because apparently this is like so new to him now. So yeah, but that takedown defense, man, and that bottom game, those are two major holes in this game. We have a guy that's damn near perfect everywhere else. Like you said, he's literally beyond the black belt in his striking. I don't know where the black belt in jiu-jitsu went. I mean, he's not even like attempting anything down there. Every time he gets put on his back, he lays there. He does what Tyron Woodley does when he gets put against the cage. He just lays there. And I just don't understand. And every time he got put against the cage, there's so many opportunities to get an underhook, to push, to try to overpower, to move your hips to the side. And then he gets down. There's so many opportunities where like going to a butterfly guard would have easily saved him. And it's just like I'm sitting here like an asshole, like a fan saying these things, but it's like because I know the level that Kevin Holland is in. And these are just baby mistakes that he made that could have helped those major holes in his game. That could have helped him tremendously, because good God, he had Marvin out almost like 18 times in that fight. It was so frustrating. And I mean it as a fan of Kevin Holland, as a man who thinks he should be the top guy in the world. I am frustrated as a fan. I was watching YouTube videos half the time watching this thing. It was driving me crazy.
Now, I will say this. I think that, like you said, he's aware, but he needs more time to bridge that gap. I think he needs more time to just wrestle. I'm not sure how much wrestling he's doing right now in training. And it's one thing if Vettori just took really good shots, and timing wise, but some of these shots could have been defended a lot better. And you saw that he had the energy and he was trying a bit in the first two rounds, but afterwards, that was it. The question is, what's next for Kevin Holland? Because Dana White has to be upset by this. So does he get, a bottom 15 fighter? What's next for him? Because the chances are he's not going to see a main event, anytime soon again.
I won't sit here and agree with you that Dana White is upset about this one, because Kevin Holland, minus, being able to do anything off his back, fought a great fight. he beat the shit out of Marvin. He hurt him a lot. He wasn't talking. He wasn't wasting any time. He wasn't wasting any energy. He just got outclassed in a place where he has a major hole. I don't think Dana White has any reason to be upset at him. He came and saved the card and put on a fight. It is what it is, Like, I think Dana White actually appreciates him now more than ever. The fact that he came in professional, he came in not talking bullshit, not wasting time or energy. He came in that he wanted to seriously win the fight.
So as far as matchups go, who does he match up with now? Because it seems like people have found the kryptonite.
Achilles heel.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying
Or
earlier,
kryptonite.
he's gonna have the same issue that great strikers like Carlos Condit, like Dan Hardy, all these people had when people realized they got nothing on the ground. They may be good jiu-jitsu guys, but just having good jiu-jitsu ain't gonna save you, especially if you're not an active jiu-jitsu practitioner. You can be great at jiu-jitsu, but if you're not doing anything, what's the difference?
Yeah.
It just the next opponent means nothing to me. I just don't want it anytime soon. I think he needs like 6 months of hard paying random strangers to just go and take him down anywhere he's at. If he's getting married, they should take him down at the freaking chapel.
I'd like to suggest he gets with what's her name, Antonina Shevchenko, and whatever the fuck she was doing, because she came back like a whole different fighter. So if she can do it, coming from a straight up like she's been in wrestling, like she's been in MMA way less time than Kevin Holland. So if she could do it, Kevin Holland can do it.
Oh, we all know he can do it. We all know he can do it. He
looked pretty good in the first round. His defense was actually pretty good.
It wasn't bad, yeah. And he was hurting him, man. He was hurting him bad, and he kept hurting him every time. Marvin gave him even like 10 seconds to work on the feet. Marvin was like, "Oh shit!" Had to take him down because Marvin had nothing on the feet for him. Nothing. It was crazy, man. So, I think this shows. I think he needs to go to DC, like they were talking about last time.
Yeah.
But this shows me though that what's his name, Marvin Vettori doesn't have anything for Israel still, in my opinion.
I agree.
That man has taken out defense.
Yeah,
I agree.
And Israel will Israel is an even better striker now than he was when he fought Marvin Vettori the first time. So, yeah. So what did you guys think about Dern versus Nina Ansaroff?
All right, I'll start this because Dern. I mean, I've been high on Dern since before she was in the UFC. But the funny thing is, though, she's always had wild striking. But I always like her instinct to win, the killer instinct, even when she wasn't that powerless for striking, because she was so confident in her ground game. This girl has put a streak ever since losing to Tahibas, getting beaten up, getting brutalized. She still survived that fight, I believe, right? Ever since then,
yeah, she didn't get finished. Yeah,
ever since then, she's been submitting people left and right, man. I want to say this now: she is a threat for even the champions. I believe that she's that good with her jiu-jitsu. If she gets you on the ground or gets you in a bad position, she can submit even to the top 5.
100%. I have been saying forever that this woman is a title challenger. I've been saying forever. She just, like I was telling you guys earlier, in the beginning of her career, she for some reason wanted to just strike at some point. She wasn't really handling her bread and butter. We were speaking about that earlier. And now that she's embraced it and realized, this is my strength. The striking will come, but this is my strength. And it's just like, if she can set you up every time and do that, it's going to be another Ronda Rousey type of deal. It's going to look unstoppable and seem unstoppable, and it doesn't really seem like she has many holes. Outside of her striking.
And also real quick, I also mentioned as well, do you see her frame and her physique? She put on muscle as well since the last time she fought. So that means she's still evolving. She's still working. Impressive.
She used to have weight cut issues. So now she looks like she got 0% body fat. She looks like she's amazing.
So remind me what division she's in, because I feel like she's in strawweight still. Oh shit! So right. So this is the reason why. This is the reason why I was never like I never really like. I thought she was good, but I never thought she was like championship material before because before I was looking at the matchups and I was like, she didn't really have that like active like takedown kind of thing going on. Like she was more of like a body lock type of person, like when she would get a fighter down. So she wasn't the type to shoot double legs or shoot single legs like beforehand. And also her striking was way less than what it is right now.
Iffy,
So when
yeah.
I was looking, yeah, so when I was looking, and then when I saw what Amanda Ribas did to her, which by the way, I think now after seeing Dern in this fight, I think Amanda Ribas will get smoked by Dern now. But when I saw against Hebus the first time, I was like, damn, like, yeah, I don't know. And then I was thinking about people like Tatiana Suarez, what's her name?
Little
Joanna and all these other people. Like even Tisha Torres. Like I was looking at all these people as like too much. Um, I think she'll match up well. Her next matchup, I think it should be against like Tisha Torres or something.
And also, here's the thing about her as well. She's not only a great like. There are black belts. There are great fighters. She's a master in her craft. She's a master in her craft as far as jiu-jitsu.
the
So
best.
I feel like even if she pulls guard, she's a threat to a lot of these women as well.
They're not even gonna want to take her down. They're not going to. She's a serious, serious threat for that title. Like not even like joking about it. She's a serious threat. Granted, the person who has the title is damn near perfect. So that's a tough one to swallow. But that's the same for any division we could say, especially in today. I think all of our champions right now are just incredible. I mean, they're just damn near unbeatable at this point. You know, it'll take a fucking miracle to take the belt from all our champions right now. So, hold on. Go ahead, Rose. What you gonna say? Rose has something on his mind. What you gonna say?
That was just I was just thought because I was just looking at like different title challenges right now, and I'm like, fuck, like it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. Like, Jorge on a full camp, I don't know. He seems, and what I like about the Jorge and the Usman fight is that I feel like both of them truly believe that they're gonna like break the other one.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, and I believe both of them. That's even
100%.
even though I've seen Jorge like lose in a dominant fashion against Usman. I don't know. I just kind of feel like the veteranship and just that dog that he has in him makes him a threat through 5 rounds against anyone. That's what I'm saying. So
real quick, I was telling my coworker this, and I was telling him that there's never a time I don't believe Jorge Masvidal on anything he says. Never. That is one of the realest dudes you're ever going to come across, right? And if you ever had any doubts about Usman, always remember Usman called him out. It's not like Masvidal magically got a thing. Usman said, that's my next fight because this clown think he hot and I'm going to come finish him.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, it's giving me a Woody thinking about it, bro. I love this. I love it.
You just got to respect.
Built-in excuse. Yeah.
It's good shit, man. That's easily my most anticipated fight, period.
Yeah, I agree. Another fight that I thought was a standout on this card, that's even worth like mentioning is
my God,
Julian Marquez versus this guy, Smiling Alvey. He knocked the fucking smile out the front and the back of his head.
Yeah.
Yo, John. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
But yeah.
I got stuff on, so I'm just like going on mute.
No, I got you. Yeah, but Julian Marquez, I was kind of happy to see that. Like,
I knew exactly that was going to happen.
What you said?
I knew exactly that was going to happen. I mean, it took a little longer than I thought, but I like.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
No, I like Julian Marquez because he's almost like a big kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like a big kid, but at the same time, he's like a Neanderthal. He's like a Neanderthal. So like his genetics makes him very dangerous because he's just super durable and he's just a fucking savage by nature. But he's like this kid. He's like a child Neanderthal in training. You know what I'm saying? So that's to me, that's what's fascinating about him as a fighter. Like, fighting is like a fucking like playground for him. So, and he fucking, his genetics just fucks people up. Like his genetics is more vicious than he actually is. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like about him.
Yeah, and the reason why I bet on him by submission is because one, that bet was the biggest payout as far as the odds. It was like plus 700. Um,
Surprising. Oh, okay. Submission,
yeah,
yeah.
submission. But also too, he's a finisher. He's a finisher. In his last fight, he was hurt. He was tired. He finished the fight in the very last round. So this guy has a killer instinct. Sam Alvey did better than I expected, to be honest. Sam Alvey did better than I expected him to do. He landed some good shots. I think Sam Alvey should retire. I mean, he's married to a supermodel. You know, just retire and
By the way,
keep smiling
sorry.
and enjoy your life and just retire. But Marquez, man, amazing job.
What I like about Marquez is that we can't sit here and say like, oh, he's extra, oh, he's like a Kevin Holland, oh, he looks like he could be the next champion, this and that. He's gonna be such a fun level of competition for all the guys there, and we don't really know. We don't really know, and that's what kind of makes it fun about him, you know. And his cringe is Cejudo worthy, so it's like it makes him a little fun, you know. But I don't. I mean, got to give Gamrot his due too, man. The guy who fought Holtzman.
Yeah.
You talking about like there was a couple of really good fights tonight, brother. And Gamrot, he is gonna be a sick addition to this roster, bro. Did you see his level changes? He had this thing where he'll feint and go and grab your ankle and then make you think you're gonna take it down. When you come down, he cracks you
Those
up
are
top.
good.
Like it was just
Yeah.
unbelievable.
Those
He
are
was
really good.
awesome.
Yeah.
He
He had really good like entries.
Yeah.
Like to the ankles and shit. That was fucking crazy.
It's super
Um,
advanced. Super advanced.
It's actually really exciting to see the evolution of MMA and what new tricks and what techniques people are going to start using soon.
also, side note, Mike Perry needs to retire like immediately.
Hard
Like,
body.
this dude,
Hard
this
body.
guy, Mike Perry is a father now, right? So he's gonna need to be able to raise his kids. I think if he has if this is not the fight that has already like wiped out his future, like of having like a sound mind, the
It's
next
coming.
fight will be or the next couple. So I think he needs to get out while he can. But the thing that kind of bothers me is like he's such a savage, like a natural savage type of person that I don't even know what I could see him doing besides fighting.
Except fighting.
So that's what's disturbed. Like Mike Perry's existence disturbs me in general right now. So it's kind of hard to even watch him fight anymore.
And here's the thing: he came in good shape. He came in better shape than before. But
Great shape, yeah.
I watched the interview he had, and he was saying that his team, like, they know how to. His team allows him to rest in between practices, and like they don't push him too hard. I'm like, wait a minute. Meaning, I'm all for having a healthy balance of rest and recovery and hard work, but it seems like he's not being pushed enough to where he's gaining new skills. You get what I'm saying? Like, it seems like he's kind of comfortable in being comfortable. So yeah,
I'll be honest. I think that has a lot to do with him.
with him,
Can
yeah,
you imagine
Yeah.
how hard he might be to work with?
yeah.
You know,
All
we
right,
all love
guys.
him because he's
Yeah.
entertaining.
Yeah.
He's hilarious. But in his hilarity,
Yeah.
you can feel and see
You can tell.
the disparity. Like
Yeah.
he's funny because he's entertaining, but behind closed doors where we need to be serious, how like not only just how serious he is, even when he is serious, how hard is it to work with him? How hard is it to tell him to do something? How hard is it to tell him you gotta adjust this or this and that when he won't even let them in his corner. He just wants his wife now. You know, like things like that, you know?
Yeah, I imagine training. He's sparring. He's like, "All right, guys, I know I gotta fight, but I'm tired." And like everybody's like, "Okay, all right, cool. You can rest."
Don't argue with Mike. Don't argue with Mike. Let him run.
See, there's different kinds of savages. Like you got a savage like Mike Perry, who's just very like all over the place. But then you have the savage who you have the type of savage who is almost numb, like Julian Marquez, like the guy who doesn't know much and he's just okay, I'll just follow you. You know, there's different types of savages. Like the one that just kind of listens to the person, like to the authority, and they just move with them. Like even if they don't know much, they just move and follow directions. It's kind of like a robot. And then there's the type that's just like a wild savage, and that's like Mike Perry.
Yeah.
So
Agreed.
Yep.
yeah,
I'm with you 100% that he needs to go. He needs to stop. And again, we don't know what the hell he can do. Maybe he could work with wildlife. That's good. You know, you gotta be strong and crazy to do that. I don't know, but he's got to go.
I mean, he
man.
is a savage
for
so.
his family, like you said. It was a great way to put it. For his family, he needs to really reconsider, man. He needs to stop this.
He
looked terrible. Man. You saw that stuff popping out his head.
Yeah,
oh my God, it's terrible. I'm tired of watching him get his ass beat already.
In my opinion, he maybe needs to go to bare knuckle. I know it might be harsh on him, but I think that he'll be more successful. I think he'll be more successful in like a more street fight environment.
Jem is just like, listen, I can make money off of his ass in bare knuckle. Let's do it.
No, you know what it is? Like I said, you know, what else is he gonna do? You know, be a teacher,
work with wildlife, like catch bears in the woods or something like that, bro.
Or he might even be a good coach. You know, someone's like paid for sparring. Who knows? You know,
or like a bounty hunter. Tell me you can't see his crazy ass as a bounty hunter.
Definitely, I could definitely see him working with the mob in some capacity, but like he could be the muscle, like whatever.
Yeah. Bodyguard.
But. So
can we talk about
the last
fight of the
topic
night,
of discussion?
Real quick, can we talk about the fight of the night?
What was the fight of the night?
Jim Miller.
Oh man, I hated that fight so
Jim
bad.
Miller and that, oh God, please.
I didn't even bet on that fight because I'm like, yeah.
Like, honestly, it turned out exactly the way I thought it was. Jim Miller's is not the active animal he used to be. You know, Jim Miller has, if you look up highlights of Jim Miller in the past, he has the best grappling exchanges you could find, bro. He was that guy, bro. I mean, he was the embodiment of fun grappling as in fighting. But 37 UFC fights later might be around that time.
Yeah.
Maybe open a pizza shop with Mike Perry or something.
Yeah, man. This pizza sounds good right now, actually. But
it's a great pizza.
John Jones,
gotta take it to.
We can't leave without talking of. What's it called?
It's called Pizza Studio.
This guy. Pizza Studio. Okay.
It's basically the
I never knew that Bronx was known for pizza, but. Okay, so it's a popular one.
Yeah.
Pizza Studio.
Okay. But now it is. I don't know how. How far their reach is. They're propheting you over here.
Pizza Studio. Like I'm gonna jot that one down because I'm a pizza fanatic. Pizza and tacos, but and of course chicken. But what do you call it? The what do you call?
Of course.
What do you call that? We can't leave here without mentioning the fact that it's looking. I mean, some call him that, but we can't leave without mentioning the fact that he's looking increasingly more fearful of the ape that is Ngannou.
Yeah, honestly, why is John Jones saying that? He's saying that somebody said Francis is like a Titan. He said, yeah. And then I want to be in Titan too. He's like, but you are Titan. He's like, no. I want to look the way he does and be
physically.
Like, what? Like Jones, like
you guys, man. I cannot wait for this fight, man.
Dude, you gotta admit.
I can't wait for this fight.
You gotta admit that is a little weird to say as a fighter. Like, what do you mean Titan? You are John Jones. You're a heavyweight. Get in there and fight him. What are you waiting for?
You know he's talking about.
Would DC
right?
would DC ever say would DC ever say anything like what John Jones is saying?
DC and John Jones hate each other, but I'm saying like
no. You understand what I'm saying? You don't understand the question. Would DC ever say that? Oh, he wants to get as big as the fighter, like Ngannou, like he wants to weigh 260 pounds. You act like you fall asleep all you want. A point is a point.
Check it out. He's talking about his physicality. He's not talking about mindset. He's not talking about anything. He's got the resume to prove that he is what he is. When they say he's a Titan, when they talk about Francis Ngannou, they're talking about his size and stature. So he's saying, yeah, that's what I'm working toward. The whole point is he's saying, I put on 40 pounds of this, but I want to put on more. I want to hit that 260 limit. That's what he's saying, which I don't agree with. I think it's a terrible idea. because that's kind of what Frank Mir tried to do after Brock Lesnar beat him, and Frank Mir got horrendously worse after bulking up like that. So I think it's a terrible idea, but at the same rate, I'm not a mastermind of this. John Jones is, and I stand by John Jones because I am a fan and I'm a believer, unlike you, and I don't hate on people the way you do, John Jones.
But also,
And I cannot wait. I
Didn't
cannot
it-
wait to see your face, and oh my God, it's gonna be like the best moment of my life. I just can't wait.
But hold on.
But
But then
you're
John
talking
Jones. Real quick. Didn't John Jones get mad at Israel Adesanya for saying that he needs some time? Like he was getting prepared to fight Jones. Like he didn't want to do it automatically. So
Was he getting mad at him?
Did he like call him a coward for that?
Talking shit to him the same way as he's talking shit to him.
Well, listen, man. You keep talking about. Oh, I can't wait to fight. Watch this fight. The fight has. Is the fight even gonna happen? Is it gonna happen? That's what I want to
Is it
know.
going to happen, Jones? Are you really back, Jones?
That's what I'm saying. Like you're talking like the fight is done or the fight is even close to being done. Like, come on, son.
You act like
You know better. You know better than that, John.
Ever in the UFC, people have had trouble making negotiations. I've never heard you speak about any fighter the way you speak about John Jones, and it literally makes me cheeks red, blushing. I love it. I just cannot wait.
I'm gonna ask you a simple question. Is the fight gonna happen? That's all I want to know.
Possibly answer that question. I am not John Jones. I am not Francis Ngannou. I am not Dana White.
So how can you?
I believe it can happen. None of us know if it's going to happen. I believe it's going to happen. Certainly, the money's there.
I think John Jones. Yeah.
By the way, am I like delayed? Because I feel like when I say something like you're responding super late. I don't know what's going on.
I don't
mean that. I mean that generally since like before.
No, I saw a couple of glitches in your.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just kind of went with it.
I felt like I was interrupting you, but when you were stopping, it was way after I said what I said, and I was like, "Wait a minute, what's going on?"
So John Jones has to listen. Francis can't wait forever. John Jones can't play this game of negotiation. Like, how much does he want? 100 million? How much does he really want to fight Francis? Is it more about the money or about legacy? Or a bit half and half?
Let me ask you this, Jem, because I think you drink a little bit of Rose's Kool-Aid. Do you think John Jones has a chance? I know you think Ngannou's going to win, but do you think John Jones? Let me rephrase that. Do you think John Jones can beat Ngannou?
Sure.
I never said that John Jones couldn't.
I don't want to hear Rose.
John Jones couldn't beat.
Mute yourself, please.
Bro,
thank you.
Bro. See, don't do that. Don't do
that.
John Jones has fought as like so many people, so many different fighters. He's fought so many different styles. I never said that it was impossible for him to beat Ngannou, but I just believe that Ngannou is going to win, just like you believe John Jones is going to win.
Make sure you clip this section, Tim. Okay.
Clip
that little bit, man. We should all bet. If fight happens, hopefully it happens this year. We should all bet on who wins.
I'm fine with that.
How are we gonna bet on something that doesn't exist?
Because he said winning if it happens. Pay attention.
Listen, man.
I'm referring to hatred. Come on, I love the hatred you have. I'm referring to John
Rose. Because you're acting like it's actually gonna happen.
I love it.
Like it's not done. The fight is not done.
We will see.
Fine. But a lot of fights aren't done, sir. A lot of fights.
But
a lot of fights have taken forever to get done. And you're making it seem like this is the only fight that's ever happened, bro.
We're not even talking about
him.
I don't hate anyone. I'm a happy man. We're not even addressing the biggest issue of what John Jones said. The biggest issue is that as a martial artist, you can't he's saying that he wants to bulk up like Ngannou. Like no fighter says that. Like Max Holloway won't even say that, and he's a featherweight. You understand what I'm saying?
I can tell you the difference.
What do
if you want to hear it, I can tell you the difference. Max Holloway had 10 pounds to go up. John Jones has 60.
Stipe beat Ngannou. Like at the same weight that John Jones weighs right now. So John Jones is supposed to be the GOAT. Why wouldn't he believe? He's never lost before in his life. Why wouldn't he believe that he can go up and beat Ngannou with this new weight? he should believe he could do that at 230. You know what I'm saying? Let alone, like Stipe believe he could do it at 230. So why doesn't John Jones believe he could do it at 230? And John Jones is heavier than that. So
as I said prior, I'm not in agreement with him going all the way up to 265. I think that's going to be a detriment to his abilities. I've already said that. But again, we're not John Jones. We're not Frank Mir. We're not these guys who are in that thought process where they feel like they need to fill up. Frank Mir was doing that because he had to fight the monster that is Brock Lesnar. And he felt like he wasn't up to par unless he was that size. So I'm assuming John Jones is on that same spectrum with Francis. I guarantee you he wouldn't have had to do all that if it was Stipe. We all know that because Stipe is not a big guy. But Francis is humongous and he's super strong. And I think John Jones sees something in that, and I think he wants to put some weight on. I'm not in agreement with him. I think his walking around weight with muscle at 240 something is fantastic. I don't think he needs any more than that. But we're not there. We're not there. John Jones is a very smart man. He knows what he's doing.
All right,
I have
guys.
complete faith in him.
All right, that wraps it up. Last words?
Just substitute the word smart and replace it with fearful.
All right,
he said he's a very smart man.
He needed that. He needed those last words.
All right.
Yeah, so
enjoy that.
You
I have
guys.
the last words when they fight.
Everybody.
If they fight, but okay. All right.
Everybody.
The last words.
If you enjoyed the smoke, if you enjoyed the heat of the show, subscribe to Beauty in Violence Instagram. Follow the page, like the page, share it.
Thanks.
We will be back next week to cover Robert Whittaker versus Kelvin Gastelum.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Peace out.